Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar.
Welcome to another episode of the Awkward Podcast. Here today, I've got my brother, Scott, who is also the operational director.
Hi, Mum.
So, Scott, do you want to tell me a little bit about what you do day to day?
So operational director is obviously having an overview of all our projects, being closely involved with the project managers on each of them, and trying to really oversee each aspect of the each project, maybe picking up bits that they may have missed.
Yeah.
So it's difficult because you don't have full involvement in terms of every order, every client email. So, trying to extract all the information from a project manager is sometimes difficult, but on a whole, we have a decent team of project managers that get the job done.
Yeah. And would you say everything's absolutely perfect? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's never a problem.
Yeah.
Don't think we've ever had an issue, ever. It's such an easy job.
That's brilliant. Yeah, no, 100%. We're good. We're lucky, aren't we? Because we've got a really good bunch of project managers. So makes your job easier, and the overlooking of them is, it's just basically keeping that client relationship, but also just making sure that everything's been implemented. So we had a big team meeting at the start of the year with all the senior management, and it was basically going through a load of parameters that we wanted to achieve this year. There could be anything from financial to how we wanted our team to be treated. But one of those things was actually, why can't we have 100% happy clients? And now that sounds like a pretty hard task because there's some difficult people out there. But I want to set the parameters of, right, we have 100% happy clients, and that's our task, that's our goal. How do you feel about that, and how do you feel it's going?
I think generally it's going well. It's like you say, it's a hard task. Every client is different. Every client will need different needs. Some clients are very involved in terms of the way they want their decisions done, the design aspect of it. And some clients are happy for you to take charge and just run with it. Yeah. It is the building game. Things go not always to plan. But
that's how you deal with them.
So we started out, obviously, we get the aspects of what we think clients are, obviously building our own homes, of what we think the client's needs are and where they may struggle or not understand the building aspects of it. Yeah. And then we try and tick them off the list first, anything down to how long's it going to take? Yeah. How's it going to be involved in my house? Is there going to be a lot of mess? And just stuff like
managing expectations.
Essentially, managing expectations. And then, off the back of that, obviously, learn from previous. But on a whole, I think at this moment in time, all the clients are happy. Yeah. And will continue to be so. Yeah.
I think when we set 100% happy clients, it's not to be confused with 100% perfect everything, because that's not real life. It was more 100% happy clients is in, if we come across a problem or a schedule slips or there's an issue on site, what are we going to do about it? How do we tackle it? How do we manage our clients and our contractors and everyone in between, so everybody's got the same goal, and that's to get the project done to a quality standard? And I think the more communication, and it's something that we are pretty hot on, is communication. Because when shit does hit the fan, do you know what I mean? If everybody's on the same wavelength, then it's a lot easier to deal with, and a lot easier to manage our clients.
I think being very transparent with them as well. If there is an issue, it's not you don't go to a client with an issue. You go to a client with how you're going to solve the issue. Okay. So as long as you're going with that, it's
100%. And again, nothing's been perfect. Do you know what I mean? We've had it before where there's been a problem and we've sort of like, oh God, what are we going to do? We're trying to get over it without actually letting the client know. So we sort of spun that on his head, didn't we? And said, actually, let's be forthcoming. And there's an issue, if the contractors let us down or whatever it might be, the material that we ordered has come damaged. Let's just be upfront and tell them straight away, because they know, we know, and there's no sort of blurred lines. And since I've been doing that, I just feel, everything's so connected, isn't it? So as you may all know, Scott is my younger brother.
Better looking.
We've been working together for 10 years at least. Scott come from a bakery, which a lot of the contractors like to remind him of, even though it's 10 years on. But it is funny. So he is mainly a baker, but he also does a lot.
Good ice bun.
Yeah. So yeah, working with family, I'd say we probably see eye to eye 99% of the time. There's been a few times where I'd wanted to knock him out, don't get me wrong.
By eye to eye, not quite eye to eye, but I sometimes have to look down.
Yeah, I'm the oldest brother of 4, and I'm also the shortest by about a foot. I don't know why. I think I'm the milkman's. All the short jokes aside, it's really nice having your brother work with you. I work with my other brother at another company as well. 100% they've got your back. They're your key people, and you care for them and they care for you. And I think also that sort of family feel like sort of spills out onto everybody else that works for you, because we're trying to create this family. We're trying to create a great place to work. And I think having some actual family in there really helps with that.
Yeah, I agree. No, it is. I mean, there's always that joke that you're only here because your older brother owns the company. But I think the expectation when you've got family working with you, the expectation is always higher. It's no different to having kids and stuff like that. Your expectation of your kids is always going to be higher than anybody else's. So yeah, it's difficult, but like you say, it's you want to achieve it as much as obviously I want to achieve it as much as you do. You look after the company because it's a family company. So yeah.
Thanks for coming on today, Scott. Really appreciate it. 10 years of huge highs and lows. It's been emotional. I'm really looking forward to the next 10 years. We've got some massive personal goals and some huge company goals, and I'm really looking forward to smashing them with you. Thank you. Scott, the operationals director. Thank you for another episode of the Awkward Podcast.